Boker Tov, everyone. Rabbi Eric Solomon, Raleigh, North Carolina. A little more morning Torah this week. So this Shabbat, the Torah portion is called Truma. Truma means gift or contribution. Actually, it literally means to raise up a gift, because according to the Torah, the way we understand, some scholars analyze that we give these gifts by giving up kind of to the temple, or lift up the gift. And the Truma is, there are different ways of looking at the Truma, but it's a contribution essentially to the building of the tabernacle, which was our portable dwelling, synagogue, spiritual place in the desert, as we wander towards the promised land, the Mishkan. And in general, it's kind of a statement of how we give contributions of charity, of tzedakah, to the general need in society, what is needed by the community, giving a gift. In that first line, it says, Vayikechu li truma. God said to Moshe, saying to the people, Vayikechu li truma. An interesting word, this is Vayikechu li. You'd think, and this is a very classic question, why doesn't it say Vayitnu li truma? Those, you know, a little Hebrew, will know the difference. Vayitnu li means, and they gave to me, meaning God, a contribution, a gift. Why does it say they will take for me a gift to God, a gift to the community? So why take and not give? So this is a long-standing rabbinic debate for thousands of years. I'm not offering something new here, but the classic answer is because what God is asking us to do when we contribute to society, when we contribute to the public good, when we contribute to the help the poor, to give something to help the community or the society, the country, it's not just about giving something from us. It's actually, or in a sense, giving away something, like I'm giving away my money or giving away my crops or whatever. I'm giving back. Vayikechu means I'm taking back what, in a sense, was never fully mine. The idea behind that being that, in a sense, it's all God's. We are borrowing it. We are given the gift of a portion of it, but we're returning it back to God and to the society. It's a giving back. So what's this idea about giving back versus giving away? Giving away means I own it all. I'm going to give a little portion. Giving back means that it wasn't all mine to begin with, and I'm just returning it now. So there's a famous example of this in the Talmud. Many rabbis quote this one. The story of this man who is planting a carob tree. Choni the circle maker, tells a story. A carob tree takes 70 years to reach its fulfillment. And the young person comes to this guy and says, wait a second, you're an old man. Why are you planting a carob tree? You're never going to see the carob fruit of this tree. You're an old man. It's going to take 70 years. What are you doing? And his response, famously, it's been quoted across the Jewish community for centuries, said, I'm not planting this carob tree for me. I'm planting it for future generations. Just like some people planted a carob tree beforehand that they never were going to taste its fruit, that I enjoy today, so too I'm planting a carob tree for future generations that I'll never taste myself. It's passing it forward. It's giving it back. I received the carob tree. I'm giving the carob tree to somebody else. The carobs to somebody else. This is something that comes with mature spiritual life, a way of looking at the world. You know, when we're children, we look at the world and everything just seems to appear, you know? Food just appears. You know, money appears. I don't know, a car appears. A bed, but it all just appears. As one gets older, one discovers things don't appear. They come from somewhere. Usually, under best circumstances, someone has to go work, has to go earn a living, do the mitzvah of Sheshet Yamim Tavod, do work 6 days of work. And through that, they're able to produce these things for, please God, if they're able to do so, for one's children. They don't just appear. It comes to hard work. That's what happens. And if you can go even larger, you know, people that build universities or road systems, or as we see now in Texas, you know, electrical grids, whatever. It started with generations ago or years ago where people imagined, hopefully for the best intentions, to create something. And yes, I want electricity for myself. Some generations ago, they wanted electricity for themselves, but they also were building electricity, universities, whatever, public schools, not just for themselves, but for future generations. Saying this entity, this public entity, It's not something just that I'm going to enjoy. It's something I'm investing in for future generations that I'll never see. And just like someone built that public school in my neighborhood for generations ago and maybe didn't see it all, paid taxes for it and maybe didn't benefit from it all, so too I do it for the next generation too. That's considered mature spiritual growth. And that comes from a place of feeling grateful. When we look at the world and we see what's out there that was built for us out of nothing, we did nothing to earn it, but it was put here. Public parks, great presidents, governments, people, Americans before us, took their money, their tax, and they built public parks or dedicated public parks. Millions of dollars. So that I and my children and my children's children, please God, can enjoy it. Therefore, it's upon me to do the same thing for generations to come that maybe I won't ever see. That's what the Torah is saying. It's not about giving away my money, my resources, my crops. It's giving it back. Someone did it for me. Someone planted a carob tree for me. It's my job to plant carob trees for others. That's what it means to pay it forward. So why does the Torah say, like a chuli truma, take back from me, or take a truma, take a gift? Because it's not about giving it away fully, because it was never fully mine. I had unearned and I give back. And the last thing I want to say about that is I think that's the part about what it means to be a public servant or be a person that serves the community anyway, is that it's a privilege. It's a privilege to stand on the shoulders of great people that served before and to do whatever one can in any community, in any business, in any endeavor. So not only can I do things to serve and help myself, my family, my loved ones right here, but what am I doing to contribute to the future? Because someone did that for me. Therefore, I have the obligation to push it forward. It, in a sense, was never fully mine because someone gave it to me. And therefore, my job is to give it to somebody else. That's why it says, Vaikachuli. So I bless everyone this Shabbat, Chevre. May it be a time where we, continuing challenge time, but we say to ourselves, what are the gifts that we received from our parents, from our community, from our society, unearned? And what can we do to not just see as helping and altruistic in a sense, but just in a sense of like, it never was ours to begin with, and how can we give it back to help others? That's what the Torah is teaching this Shabbat. Shabbat Shalom, everyone. Safe Shabbat. Warm Shabbat. We're holding our prayers, particularly those in parts of the country that are suffering with ice and cold. Please, God, may the weather change, but also emergency care. And please, God, a time where we all can think about how we're going to give back. Not give away, but really returning the gifts we were given. Shabbat Shalom.